From Yahoo Sports, and it comes by way of Shams Charania report. Lonzo Ball doesn't want to pay for the Pelicans in a potential Anthony Davis trade. Is this news?
No. This, I don't
Welcome
think.
to Big Ball Zone.
Yeah, I don't think this is news. Yeah, first off, the tweet is Lonzo Ball's camp prefers Ball to be moved to a third team that doesn't have an established point guard. Camp means LeVar Ball. That's LeVar. And then so the established point guard part is weird here. The Pelicans' established point guard is Elfrid Payton. I mean, Drew Holiday plays 1 and 2. He's their guard, but it's Elfrid Payton. Does LeVar Ball think Gary Payton is the established point guard in New Orleans? Like, this is weird. This is a little concerning if Lonzo Ball's like, I don't want to go there because there's an established point guard. This is like a 10-6 guy in Elfrid Payton. He's not established by any means.
I think this is also trying to send a message to New Orleans, like, don't trade for Lonzo. Don't have him in the package because he doesn't want to go to New Orleans.
He doesn't really have any say.
I know he doesn't, but again, this is all about just trying to send those subtle messages.
Yeah.
It's like saying, if you trade for Lonzo, if the Lakers offer him, he doesn't want to be there, so he's going to look to move on anyway. Now, he's got 2 years left still on his contract, so he doesn't have much say in it. But still, if a player just doesn't want to be in your organisation, there's no point in trading for him, is what the message they're trying to send, I think, to New Orleans.
Sure, but for the Lakers, it's not news because if the Pelicans want Lonzo Ball in exchange for Anthony Davis as part of the package, they make the deal 10 times out of 10.
For sure.
And doesn't anybody want to play in the NBA anymore? I know this is a report and it's not factual whatsoever, but I think Lonzo Ball is a good dude, a good player who has fit very well underneath the Lakers brass and in that locker room for a year and a half. And as soon as these reports came out, he just kind of gets it puts him in a bad light for no reason at all because the kid is playing very well and doing well. Mm-hmm. And it's unfortunate, I think.
But we assume it's LeVar Ball. He got his wish.
I don't know.
He got his wish that...
You haven't heard from LeVar all season.
Well, Lonzo goes to L.A., number 2 pick, coming out of UCLA, stays in California, and now these rumors start flying that he might be involved in one of these deals, and doesn't want it. And we're going to start hearing of LeVar Ball a lot more, I think, if something like this does occur, where he is traded to New Orleans. For sure. All right, final headline, Trey.
Could have been LiAngelo Ball, just saying.
Yeah.
Our final headline is from NOLA.com, and it comes by way of Zach Lowe's podcast. The Pelicans made Julius Randle, Nikola Mirotic, and E'Twaun Moore available for picks over the weekend. Is this news?
Well, I guess they're just trying to clean house. Once they got wind that Anthony Davis is on the way out, they may as well start again and try to get rid of these guys now, get some picks in, so you start with a whole new slate going forward from here, because Holiday's been good for them. Randall's actually been okay for them, but I think this time of year you become a seller and you say, who wants these guys? Who's prepared to give up a pick and maybe a young player or a favourable contract? But for the Pelicans, it's obviously, if Davis goes, then they may as well just completely clean house and start again.
Yeah, I think this news reveals that the Pelicans were aware that Anthony Davis could be pushing for a trade, and they're ready for this proposition. Not just draft picks. They should get some studs as well. If you're trading Drew Holiday, you should get a good player back as well. This is a one-time All-Star, still in the prime of his career. I know Drew Holiday is not part of that headline there, but all of that stuff, you should get some good players back. Yeah. And I think they're ready for that and ready to move on, and that's the right maneuver because these last 7 seasons almost with Anthony Davis, New Orleans hasn't been rocking as a basketball city, even with a super-duper star. Mm-hmm. And they haven't been a big magnet for free agents. So you got to get them somehow through trade because you haven't been great in the attendance department. They've got to dig and find somebody here.
Yeah, it's not really news because it's a no-brainer. This is what they should do. If Anthony Davis is ultimately going to be moved, whether it's at the deadline or in the summer to whatever package you like, you're hopefully getting young guys, you're getting picks, and you might as well get more. There's more bites at the apple there when it comes to the draft lottery. Get as many picks as you can for some of these very good guys. Like, some of these guys are much more likely to be moved before the deadline than any Anthony Davis deal, be it a Mirotic or whoever. So let's hear from you guys, though. Jump on Twitter, hashtag the starters, or any of those 3 AD headlines actually newsworthy. When we come back, though, this is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to hit you with some hypothetical AD trades and debate who says no. Lee, you love this stuff. Yeah, fire up the trade machine, baby.
Can't wait.
Time for a new segment here on the starters called Love It or Leave It, where we're going to debate some hypothetical trades, and all of them involve Anthony Davis. TK, take it away.
Yeah, the Mr. Brainwash of the trade machine's been going crazy with these nonsense deals. Our first one, the Raptors get Anthony Davis. In return, New Orleans gets Pascal Siakam, Jonas Valanciunas, OG Anunoby, DeLon Wright, and probably a whole bunch of picks. Guys, you love this deal or you leave it?
I love it from the Raptors side. They would Masai Ujiri and the Raptors would do this in a heartbeat, right? You're getting Anthony Davis, a top 5 player, to pair with another top 5 player in Kawhi. You're just doubling down on this whole idea of like, you got Kawhi here maybe as a rental, but you're pushing in even more with AD not possibly being there for a long time. Can you convince him to stay as well? And the other part I do like about it is you're preventing Anthony Davis from going to one of your rivals, possibly in the East, be it the Celtics, who seem to be one of the favorites come July 1st when they could, in theory, sign him, or the Sixers or the Bucks. So yeah, Raptors would do this. Would the Pelicans want that sort of type of return, even if it's a pick, a 2021 pick, because the Raptors still have their 2019 pick?
Why do you say
that? Because of Pascal Siakam not being the sexiest young player to build around. Is that the idea?
I mean, his potential is definitely appealing.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. And then you look down the rest of the trade: Jonas Valanciunas, OG Anunoby, DeLon Wright. It makes the Pelicans a sort of a middle-of-the-road team, though.
Right.
Once again, you're trading Anthony Davis, a superstar, for solid guys. And again, Pascal Siakam could be an all-star in this league, but is he going to be a number 1 guy on a very good team? That's highly unlikely. You got to remember he's 24 years old.
Almost 25.
So, not to say he's reached his ceiling, but you should be able to get a real star back in return for Anthony Davis.
So you would want a Tatum or something
I think the Celtics package.
I
would say the Celtics package is still the one that we've all heard about is better. Why are you giggling?
No, I agree. I think they're all good players there, but then you've got those Anunoby and Siakam good players that don't quite move the needle enough when you know what else is out there and what else is available.
The Pelicans would have to think Siakam would be Oladipo 2.0, where he suddenly is a most improved guy and he's an All-NBA and he's an All-Star guy. And he's, he's a 15-7 and he's a good talent, but is that the ceiling for him? I don't think so either. All right, next one here, Trey.
All right, you guys want a little more spice? How about the 76ers?
Ooh.
In exchange for Anthony Davis, Philly could send fellow Clutch Sports client Ben Simmons, former number 1 pick Markelle Fultz, Wilson Chandler, and you guessed it, some picks. You guys love it? Or leave it?
The Pelicans wouldn't do that because you're essentially trading Davis for Ben Simmons. I mean, Fultz, we're not really sure what's happening there. And then Wilson Chandler, a good, solid vet, but you can get way more in return.
Well, this is interesting you're saying this, though, because all these hypothetical trades that you're seeing being thrown around for AD. Ben Simmons, in this hypothetical, is maybe the best player of anyone we've seen.
That's true.
Right now,
I'm just saying.
All-star this year.
I'm saying what you're doing though is trading it 1 straight up for him.
Well, that's fine because you're losing one no matter what.
But I think the Pelicans would want to get the star player, plus the potential, plus a pick.
Wow.
I think so.
I mean,
you think they're
sure,
going
they're
straight up
for
that?
moon.
I mean, because throwing in Fultz, you're saying, hey, he's number 1 pick. That's what you're selling him, and you're not selling him on the actual player that we've seen because he hasn't turned out as well, and who knows what his future holds.
Saying the Sixers are going, here's Ben Simmons. He's already an all-star. He's very young. He's going to get better. Hopefully he gets a jump shot, and then, he could be one of the best players in the league if that ever happens. Your franchise, you need a star guy to keep putting people in seats. You could do that with Ben Simmons, is what they're saying.
Yeah, but in that instance, what we showed there, not alone. I don't think that gets it done because there's just not enough else coming there. And obviously Ben Simmons is an all-star talent player. But until he can show that he can knock that shot in, you're going to have to surround him with other shooters and other players who can help facilitate his strengths. So I don't think the Pellies. I think the Pellies know they can get more than that.
Yeah, with all the teams that should be offering trades, reportedly, I think you could get a little bit more than Ben Simmons. But Ben Simmons, obviously, a great player. Yeah. Can you build around Ben? Is a legitimate question, I think. If he gets a little bit more Giannis-like, a little bit more Duncan on guys, a little bit more LeBron-like, maybe you can. But I think you can maybe get a star that could be a guy you build around a little bit more than Ben. Wow. But definitely a better package, I would say, even than the Raptors.
Okay. Final one here, Trey.
All right, my final made-up trade is with the Portland Trail Blazers, who could swap C.J. McCollum and Yusuf Nurkic for Anthony Davis and Solomon Hill's big old contracts. I'm going to guess the Blazers throw in a few picks as well. You guys love it? Or leave it?
Oh, the trade machine is hot.
Oh,
leave it.
It's popping, Tessie.
Get out of here.
Leave it.
Get out of
You
here.
don't like
leave
that.
it. No, it's not enough.
There would have to be way more coming back from the Blazers in this situation, I think. You're going to say, give us Zach Collins and Harkless or something. You're going to want more guys. And it is similar to me a little bit of the Raptors trading DeRozan. They're breaking up their backcourt when they had Lowry and DeRozan. They get rid of DeRozan, they bring in Kawhi. This would be similar. You're getting rid of McCollum, and you're bringing in Anthony Davis. it'd be on maybe a flyer here. You don't know if you're going to convince him to stay, so maybe it's even more similar to the Raptors situation with Kawhi. I mean, but it's just not enough coming back, I don't think.
Yeah, but this looks like almost like the Boogie Cousins deal that the Pelicans and the Kings actually did, where, you know, you've got those good players without that maybe superstar involved.
Yeah.
So I don't mind that one. I think I'd love to see Lillard.
You love it on the Blazers side,
I would
no
love
brainer.
to see Lillard with Davis. I mean, I think that'd be fantastic. Lillard and McCollum, very solid backcourt. I think if you throw AD in there, it changes everything for the Blazers.
Let's hear from you guys. Jump on Twitter. Let's see those hypothetical Anthony Davis trades. Hashtag the starters. When we come back, though, a little fill-in-the-blank fun. Don't go nowhere. Weekend whoopsies.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is such an avid dunker this season. This was weird. He was so shocked when he missed his dunk.
Yeah.
He didn't even really try to throw it down. He tried to finesse it.
We had a bat on the loose in Salt Lake City before the Wolves-Jazz game. Where's Ginobili when we need him?
Yeah.
Luckily, we have the Jazz Bear, the Utah Jazz mascot with a net. Though he more just clubs it. Yeah, he doesn't really catch it. He just clubs the poor thing. And down it goes, though. But good thing he got it. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell was talking about how he wasn't going to play in the game with the bat going around.
Karl Anthony Towns dunks on Rudy Gobert.
Okay.
Nasty. And then Rudy, he turns it over. Rudy,
Just trying to get out of the way.
what's he doing?
Oh, not good there. Ready? Friday, Raptors and the Rockets. Nick Nurse, a little frustrated with how the Raptors were playing in this. They made a game of it, but
Bet he could play a mean trumpet.
The Rockets tried to give that game away to
Yeah.
the Toronto Raptors. PJ Tucker having some inbound problems recently.
No doubt.
What's going on?
Nikola Jokic had a massive game against the Sixers. But post-game, he's just trying to get a little love from Wilson Chandler. He just eventually
gives
gives
up,
up
yeah.
and gives it to himself.
Sometimes cats are so sneaky they can appear anywhere. And shock you.
They are quiet.
What was he expecting, though?
I don't know. I love this in LA. That's Vlade Divac. He's just sitting there. He's the Kings, GM. We're in LA. They're giving away $500 to some fans in the area. And poor Vladdy's got to sit here and just, oh, man.
He's just sad because he knows he can't win.
Yeah, he's not
There are
eligible.
rules for this.
The Lakers' Lance Stevenson does a lot of spinning on this play.
Woo!
That one kind of worked.
Woo!
Doesn't stop.
Won't stop spinning. I love this one right there.
We need the shooting stars treatment. Bring it back.
So that was sort of a highlight from that game. This was a low light.
It's going to be a dunk, isn't
This
it?
is some crazy Suns basketball. This gets worse, trust me. We're going to go the other way. We'll speed it up a little bit here. Yeah. Okay. Lakers miss. Okay. Here you go, Suns. Redeem yourself. Get the ball. Here we go.
Everybody scattered. Should be
Push it
easy
ahead.
to
Push it
get
ahead.
that.
Push it ahead. All right, Buck, what do you got?
All right, pull up for three.
All right.
Yep.
Oh, baby.
All right. Tap it over there. Just get that. Kick it back out. Oh, my goodness. Suns, what are you doing?
It's good to see OKC's Nerlens Noel back after that concussion, but watch him almost go splitsies, and he lost a shoe on the play.
Yeah.
Nerlens stays up, no injury here, and actually does the responsible thing, grabs his shoe, gets out of the way. Goes
No
inside.
3 seconds. Well played.
This is another form, I guess, of wardrobe malfunctions, what I'm trying to say. Danny Green at the free throw line.
Hey.
He's going to do the super tuck here, Tass, right into the compression shorts.
It's not coming out.
Take your time, Danny.
I know.
Keep it tight.
He knows he's got 2 free throws, got some time.
Can't wait
There
to
you go.
hear him talk
And
about
there
that on the Green podcast, Inside the Green.
Spurs Davis Bertans, the toss-up, and he hits himself.
Oh, baby.
It's a self-doinker.
Yeah, that's
rare.
incredibly accurate.
I think Mr. Perfect tossed the gum to himself.
Yeah.
Bertans. Loving it.
Great batch of weekend whoopsies. When we come back, Lili's very solid play.